I have never been in trouble with the law. I've been the one taking down the criminals. I took down a peeping Tom, Pearl. I saved the neighborhood. What? Yeah, I'd saved the neighborhood.
Tom?
Yep.
What happened?
Okay, so this tow truck kept parking in front of our house. And we had in California, it was like break-ins every day. Like on the street, if you left your car open, everybody's smashing the window, stealing the things. And we had at the time my dad was trying to fix up the house there, and he had tile outside. My dad, over the course of 1.5 years, tiled the entire house, like all 2,100 square feet at 2,900 square feet. I think it was 2,900. No, 1,900 square feet of the house he tiled himself, like over the course of 1.5 years. So like the tiles were out there, like people were stealing the tiles and all this stuff. So I eventually started to keep an eye on like what the goings on outside. And this is before like people had cameras, Ring doorbells, anything along those lines. And this tow truck kept parking in front of our house, which is very odd. Like there was no house in front of so like we were at the end of the beginning of the street, and there was no house directly in front of us. So sometimes cars would park over there, but this tow truck kept parking there, and it's very odd. And I saw it again. I'm like, this is like the third time I've seen this tow truck just park over there. So I'm like, what is going on? And I opened the blinds a little more, and this dude's just crouched in the bushes in front of the window. And then he didn't see me. He was kind of crouched. He was kind of looking in the windows. And then I see him like basically looking like Jimothy, the raccoon, just run towards the backyard. Like, but like all like hunched over. And he was in his overalls, his like tow truck Yoda overalls, you know? And then like, I told my dad, I'm like, dude, Dad, there's somebody outside. Granted, this is a long time ago. And like, I'm trying to remember this right. I'm like, and then he's like, really? You saw it? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Look, just call the police. This is done. We're done with these people breaking into the cars, doing all this stuff. We're just done with this. We're done putting up with this. We've had our car broken into 3 times, the neighbors multiple times. And my dad calls him and he goes, yeah, this guy was looking in the windows. Like we think he came out of the tow truck or whatever. And they're like, oh, he's probably just there repoing. And we're like,
just there repoing.
That's what the answer on 911 was. It was like, yeah, he's just there probably repoing. But then when the police showed up, they were like, oh no, this is something else. And he had his dog, and like he decides like, you know what we're gonna do? Because the tow truck was open, so he locks the tow truck, you know, the doors, and then another police comes, and they basically just wait. They go in the bushes, kind of like they move their cars, and they just wait. Eventually they're waiting, and then one of them's like impatient and goes and looks for him. They find the dude. I'm trying to remember how this went right. They find the dude, I think, just straight up in the backyard of another house, looking in the windows. I think, or did he come down the hill and they caught him there? I can't remember. It was something like that. And then they arrest him. They run him, and they find out he's been charged multiple times with like trespassing, like looking in people's windows. He'd been charged twice, and he was currently in the process of going to court over another incident.
Oh my word.
And the cop's like, he told me, he's like, this time I don't think he's getting out.
Yeah, no, especially when he's been caught by the police
2 times prior, currently in court over it, and now he got caught again. And
that is ridiculous.
So my dad calls the tow truck company and tells them what happened, and she's like, he's a good man. He's having a hard time. My dad's like, he's driving your truck with your uniform on in people's backyards, looking in their bathrooms and stuff like that. And she just hung up. But yeah, I saved the neighborhood. Because other neighbors had seen him too. Once, like this might have been a new joint for him to go through and look around. But the neighbors had seen people in their backyard recently, and they were like, so that's who it was. Like a few people had seen somebody kind of like in the backyard and then like dart away when like the light turned on or something. Just a friendly neighborhood, peeping Tom. No, I'm not that. No,
You're that
I'm the
Scar.
friendly neighborhood anti-peeping Tom guy.
That's, well, it's confirmed. Scar was the guy in the garbage truck.
No. I'm the savior
No
of
wonder
the
you turned him
neighborhood.
in. Right.
Unfortunately, we never got the people who are actually stealing stuff, but at least the guy like looking at, women in the bathroom. At least we took care of that. We took care of that. Never got the people stealing the stuff.
Not even safe in their own house.
I know, it's terrible. I did witness another incident where like a motorcycle, we were outside, the motorcycle comes around the corner and he like hucks this like jar and it smashes on the ground. And I'm like, what the heck did we just witness? And a second later, like 3 police cars come flying by and they're like, they put up their hands like this and we're like, maybe up there? And then they take off. And then, Pearl, a few minutes later, this like beat up old Toyota Corolla comes around. The guy gets out with a mask on, picks up this, like the remnants of what was in this jar and salutes us, gets in the car, turns around and drives away. Then a few minutes later, the police come around and we're looking for the jar. And we're like, bro, the guy in the Corolla took it. And they just put up their hands and we're like, oh my God. They got in their car and left. California, Pearl, is a wild place. I'm happy to live in the woods now.
Yeah, no wonder. Honestly.
And I didn't want any trouble, so I tried to stay out of the whole thing. I didn't want any trouble with the motorcycle man and the beat up Toyota Corolla, the man who saluted me after he took what was in that jar away.
But if it was smashed on the ground, what was it, a hard item or like was
Well,
it?
it was a jar with things wrapped up in the jar that he was probably selling to people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I'm just not going to deal with the dealers. I'll take down the peeping Toms. I don't want to deal with the dealers. I'm just a man in a wheelchair. There's always so much I can do.
Hey, you did pretty well turning in that peeping Tom guy, you know?
Yeah, I took down that guy. There's always so much I can do.
But the fact that you guys have been dealing with stuff being stolen for so long, I would be off my tree at that point.
Oh, yeah.
If they just kept coming back, I'd be like, no, I'm done with this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, at least in the Northwest, like you don't even have to lock your, well, and not everywhere, obviously, but like where we live, people don't even lock their like cars. It's like,
yeah, because I heard that if you lock your car, they're going to break your window to try to steal stuff from it, right?
oh yeah, in like San Francisco, they're like, just leave your doors open. It's like, okay.
So like, wouldn't you have car thefts? Because
they mostly just want what's in the car, mostly, I think,
They want to steal the car?
No, it's easier.
Like
It's probably easier just to grab like a laptop or something and then like sell that, So
yeah,
that's why I like living in the woods.
In that case, you wouldn't leave a laptop in your unlocked car, though, right? It's like if you've got anything to steal in your car, you wouldn't leave it in your car and then leave your car unlocked. Like that's not.
Sometimes you leave something by accident.
Oh my word!
Sometimes things get left. I'm covering for somebody who left their work laptop in the back of the car. Sometimes it happens.
Have you done that before, Scott?
No, I'm covering for someone else.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, that was wild. That was wild.